Yep, one of you guys. Yeah, Bueller. Hey, Jesse.
What's going on, man?
How you doing? Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you so much.
So, run us through kind of the way you guys prepped for this.
Okay, so both me and DeMonte, honestly, haven't really been playing the game all that much.
That's a humble brag. That's a humble brag.
No,
folks.
we really haven't. Like, we've played it literally maybe 2 days at the most. But we really made it like a focus to understand each other's, like strats. I know DeMonte's, he's really good on the light class, so he gets on that. He's all over the place. He's got heavy damage whenever, I go out there and I'm basically the hey guys, shoot me, while DeMonte goes around you and gets you. So, that's all we really did.
Nice. So we watched, you were more the heavy class. Mm-hmm. You turned up your shields. We kept looking at you guys working the levers above your head. We saw DeMonte. He would just kind of look up, flip his speed, zoom around, get some shots from behind. They'd turn around. He wouldn't be there because he'd already be moved on to his next spot. It was like a ghost. Mm-hmm. And then you'd go, pow, pow, pow. Yep. That's how it sounded. But take us through this game itself. What do you like about it, and how the 2v2 aspect works?
No, it is super cool, and like you said, so you have these classes, so you can swap between being a heavy guy, and you hit hard but you move slow. There's been games where we've lost against other players who've just played, for example, say 2 lights, and I'll be playing heavy and he'll be playing light, and they'll swarm us, right? And they'll be on me, and DeMonte can't get them because they'll be all over the place. So that's the cool aspect about it. It's not like there's one specific way to win the game.
There's no real meta.
Yeah, there's no real meta. There probably is a meta, but not one.
But we don't know it yet.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a super fun game. Really cool to like cooperate with your friend and be like, hey man, they're over here and I'm low on health. Can you try to distract them while I find some HP? So I think it's cool. It's a fun game.
So knowing where the power-ups are.
It's super useful. If you know where the power-ups are and roughly what time they spawn, then you kind of give yourself an idea. After a fight, you're like, all right, I know exactly where I gotta go get HP, right? And I think it's likewise if the enemy team knows as well, they know exactly where to find you. Yeah.
Right, and those health packs are huge. Mm-hmm. And then there are 3 different energy level packs, correct?
Yeah.
And so you want to know where the big ones are so that you can get your energy up the quickest.
It goes green, yellow, red. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what kind of things do you want to shout out? You want to give anyone a shout out?
Yeah, shout out to Val Esports. You guys are awesome. Best freaking esports place ever.
You can't shout out yourself.
Oh, okay, right. I can't. I guess I can't. No,
you want to say hi, Mom?
Yeah, hey, Mom. I love you. Happy birthday. Today's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom!
Yeah, today's the 10th.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday, Mom.
Today's the 11th.
Is it the 11th?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was yesterday.
Well, happy birthday yesterday, Mom.
We celebrated yesterday, that's right.
All right. That's Jesse. Nice playing with you.
Thank you
Good job
so much.
advancing.
Yeah.
And are we going to bring Joe back? Or are we going to get DeMonte in here? Let's get
see.
DeMonte in here. DeMonte! Take a seat, my friend.
How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Congrats on your victory.
Thanks.
So, we saw you were kind of the light class.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Jesse was more the heavy class, more look at me, and then you would sneak around behind.
That's kind of an idea.
Okay. So, what kind of played into that? How'd you guys make that decision?
Well, we had tried out the game, I think like last week when we had tried it out. We played for like a few hours, and he happened to be the one that I played it with. And so we did a bunch of 1v1s, and we just tried out all the classes. And I really liked, in VR and in games in general, I like mobility. And so I really gravitated towards the light class because I can go fast and I can move a lot. And so he gravitated towards the heavy class because that was the one that he would ruin me on. And so when we started practicing today, we did a bunch of public matches and we tried out other compositions, and they didn't work as well. Some would work really good against specific enemy team comps, but this one was the one that we're like, all right, we're going to open with this and we're going to go with this because it's the most solid one we have, and if that doesn't work, we'll switch it up after based on what they're running.
Awesome. So taking into account the strategy, because you can change mid-game. Mm-hmm. After every life, you can change your class, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And then we saw you a lot of times you'd be zipping around, you'd look up, you flip a switch, you'd want to increase your speed, flying around. How intuitive is that to...
At first, I thought, like, when I first saw the game, it was like one of those things where I'm like, oh no, there's so many buttons. And then, like, after I played for a little bit, like, I started to be like, okay, so I can just do this real quick. And I just flick my wrist up, and I kind of set my other ones, like, pretty much what I primarily would mess with would be energy, speed, and defense. I would just have my damage permanently maxed. And so I would just, like, kind of flick it a little bit, just, like, get it a little bit up so that that's the main one I'm focused on. And it feels really natural now, like, after a little bit of gameplay. And I'm surprised at how easy this game is to pick up, to be honest, because we haven't practiced as much as we should have, that's for sure. But it's a very intuitive system, by my opinion.
Well, I mean, you got time before the next round.
That's for
you
sure.
guys advanced to the Elite Eight, so you're in the quarterfinals. So congrats on that. We'll find out who else is advancing in the bracket, who your next matchups are. Now, talk to me about this game versus the last tournament, because we met you last time with Space Pirate Trainer, right? So what are kind of the differences, and what...
It's a lot less panic. That's definitely one of the biggest things, is that the Space Pirate Trainer, it was a lot of me moving around, getting to the edge of my boundaries for the VR, and then, like, moving back. So, like, I would get into, like, a pattern of dodging where I would get to the very edge, then start making my way to the other edge. Whereas this is a lot more of, you have to, it's like you're in a mech. Like, it's not something where, like, oh, I can just turn around and do this. No. It's one of those things where, like, you gotta move yourself back, move yourself around, and kind of just, like, once, you have to be aware that you're in this big mech, and that, like, you can't just peek around this wall, you can't lead around the wall. You have to, like, get your mech around the side of it, shoot, move your mech around the other side, back to it. And so, like, you kind of have to play in mind with that you're bigger than you feel. Like, it feels like you're piloting this thing rather than you're yourself.
Awesome, for sure. Well, do you want to give any shout outs to anyone while we're here?
Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks, Mom, for the gas money to come here.
Thank you, Mom. All right, well, that is DeMonte. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck next round. Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Hopefully we'll make it farther.